Alright, hello everyone and welcome back. Today we're doing a different Flashpoint event, this time working for the Draconis Combine of all people, which I don't think we've done a single mission for them so far this campaign, but today we're going to be doing the Flashpoint called the Defector. So we have Renaud Yamaguchi here, the Draconis Combine liaison, and he's welcoming us in, and he basically wants us to hunt down and ambush a Lao convoy, leaving no survivors, which frankly, yeah, sounds good to me. And he's willing to pay us for it, so that works. Darius here is chiming in that this is easily within our capabilities and wants to know if there's anything we need to know before the drop. So our particular target here, Yoshido Okada, is a Korean diplomat and apparent turncoat. So, hence the special mission. Alright, so Renaud is taking off, and he's handing us off to somebody, Shuigaku Hironaka of the Galadon Regulars. Okay, that works for me. Right. Shuigaku says welcome, and he hopes that we will prove adequate for the task at hand. Well, okay, apparently the other guy's pressing business was to visit a, quote, pleasure planet for vacation, so now we know it passes for pressing business in the Draconis Combine. Alright, let's see. More talk. Galadon. Alright, so that generated the contract. So the Defector, 4 Skull, Ambush Convoy, and Polar Biome. 1.4 million C-bill payout, 315 salvage, which I don't think we can change, although maybe... Oh yeah, we can. Well, look at that. We don't really need the cash all that much right now, so let's go ahead and go up to 312. I do want some payment from this, so well, and you'll see why here in just a minute. So part of the reason that I do want better than nothing pay for this, rather than just salvage, is because we're going to be bringing with us our artillery mech. And that would be the, where is he? The Highlander 2C, outfitted with a Long Tom artillery piece and a Clan LRM-20, and that's it. Lots of ammunition though, and I believe that is Skyros who will be piloting that thing. We're going to give the Timberwolf a bit of a break. Got hit pretty hard last time during that Flashpoint. Recovered well from it, but I think we'll go with something else for right now, and that something else, Skyros is also the guy that we had piloting the Jaeger mech, which is unfortunate because I would really like that long-range fire support for right now, and I'm not sure we're going to get it. So instead, let's get something fast-moving, mobile, capable, that whole deal. And we're going to take the Super Griffin, which I believe is usually piloted by not McWraith. Let's see, not Barno. Is that Mongrel? Yes. Okay, so we'll put Mongrel back in the Super Griffin, and this will give us our sort of forward mobile element to draw some fire for our Highlander 2C, which is very slow. Deathstrike, very capable mech right here, and the Red Reaper also sort of running up, trying to be a punch bot and getting us our nice defensive bonuses that we want for this mission. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and drop. Alright, there's the drop, and our Galadon Regulars officer is saying that according to his scouts, the convoy is already moving through our AO, and we need to locate and destroy. Okay, we'll run recon. Okay, there's our recon points. There's the supposed extraction. Alright, so the weather, which was introduced in the recent patch, says that our vision might be worse at night, but the Arctic temps improve sensor signals. So we'll get sensor before we see anything visually. That's really not a problem. It shouldn't be too big of an issue at all. If you look up here, that's the denial zone up there on the top, and what I'm thinking is, as much as we do want to scout down below, we do get a height advantage for firing, so we're going to try to track over, we'll get them in range early, but also get the height advantage of staying over on this mountainous region here on the left. So we want 2 and 2, I think. We want the Red Reaper running forward Ooh, it's not letting me at the moment, not quite sure why. There we go. Yep, there we go. But we want Death Strike, and we want our artillery piece sort of more up top there, ready to provide excellent long-range fire. So we will just be jumping basically the whole time with Super Griffin, since that jump distance is better than his sprint, which never ceases to amuse me. So, okay, quite a lot of enemies potentially based off of that load time, but a little too early to say. Let's go ahead and keep moving up here. Yeah, keep moving to the side. Now the Highlander 2C does have indirect fire capabilities with that long tom artillery piece, and I'm very excited to see how they do against something closely packed, like hopefully this convoy will be. So let's go ahead and let them move up. They don't see us quite yet. We do have them on sensors, and they're spreading out just a little bit more than I would like. Probably different vehicle classes causing that, so they're not all exactly driving at the same maximum speeds. They do have their own movement values after all. We're going to go ahead and sprint right up to them with the Red Reaper, and actually I probably should have popped this before. I'm going to go ahead and do defensive formation. While their guns are all fresh, so triple PPCs, here the Shrek PPC carrier, Demolisher G, double Gauss rifle, very, very nasty. We also see, let's see, it's a 95 tonner, 60, a 60. We do also have an Emperor back here. That's a Mech 90 ton assault quad PPC, so a lot of firepower coming our way very quickly. Go ahead and shoot in with the Red Reaper at that Shrek PPC carrier, landing some good contact with the ER mediums. The guns on this thing are never going to be spectacular, just from the sheer tonnage taken up by his sword and shield. But, oof, we take 2 hits, even with 5 evasion pips, 2 hits from those PPCs, and that is some heavy, heavy damage. So, let's get moving up, I think, with Super Griffin. We'll go ahead and move on the jump. 6 evasion pips as opposed to 7, and a worse firing angle. But we do get the 20% bonus from being in the trees, which I think will help keep us alive quite well. Just out of range of our streaks on anything but the Emperor, but I really would like to fire into that PPC carrier. Oh, bit of a quandary. Let's open up on the Emperor just to see if we can end the streaks. And none of them fire. Okay, I mean, firing streak SRM6s at anything less than, say, 60-70%, really 70%, accuracy is always a risk because they don't fire at all unless all 6 of those 70% chances go through, which can sometimes be a little improbable. So we'll move up here, get into the woods with the Highlander 2C, and let's start opening up with that long tom. So we do want to change from the shape charge to the high explosive rounds, and do we want indirect or direct? Let's take a look at what our accuracy will be. That's not bad, not bad at all. There's a Thunderbolt 5 carrier in the back. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, so our accuracy is going to be pretty good regardless. Let's see. I want, do I want AoE or follow the leader? Follow the leader is not going to have great accuracy at that range. Well, we could get it on the Ontos, but this thing, I mean, that's a lot of medium lasers. I'd rather take out the Thunderbolts, though. Okay, let's fire with the Ontos. It's at the center of that formation, so hopefully that'll maximize the damage we can do with this long tom. We are, just to double check on the HE ammunition type, and let's see what we can do. There it goes. Oh, wonderful contact. The FTL's piling all into the same hit location on the Ontos, not breaking through, however. As this is the problem with an artillery piece like that. If we take a look at the Demolisher, some scattering of damage around several different hit locations will make it much easier for us to take down these mechs, but that artillery piece itself is rarely going to be the one doing the actual finishing hit. Although a lot of work on the Thunderbolt carrier, so that is quite nice. In fact, I think that's nice enough. We'll draw some fire with our farther back mechs here for a little bit, and we're actually out of range of the Ultra AC-10s. So I'd like to take that shot, but 70% accuracy off of 2 ER larges when I need to hit 2 on the same hit location to kill. And I probably should have moved him a little bit farther forward to get those main guns online. We do land both the ER larges on the Shrek PPC carrier, which is very nice. Good contact. And let's see what those Thunderbolts can go into. Looks like the Red Reaper. Miss, miss. Very nice dodges coming in. And no joy on those Thunderbolts. Very nice. Very, very nice indeed. Okay, so we're on 5 now, and we have everything but the Death Strike moving on 5. So to me that says go ahead and fire in a second shot with that Highlander. So we want to be moving back a little bit out of the direct fire of some of those heavier guns at the front. Let's go ahead and do that. And firing in again, center of the formation with that Long Tom. Just really opening up on the Ontos, I think, is probably our best option here. We will do a precision strike to slow down the Ontos, but also to see if we can land that FTL a little bit more accurately. Let's go right for his, well, let's look at the armor left here. I think we're better off going for the 80% chance on that left side. It is a little bit more heavily armored, but it's only a 63% chance if we aim for the front. So, well, you know what? Let's go for the front. Why not? I always miss when I go for the sides. There's the front, and wow. Okay. So the Ontos APC is out of action, and the whole rest of that convoy is getting a little bit mad at us. Double Gauss opening up and missing the Red Reaper, which we're going to have to be very careful here with our evasion once he does close to melee range, because that could be very deadly to us. Thunderbolt Carrier, barely alive. Frankly, another artillery shot will probably kill him. And let's see, what's the right choice here? Probably go in for Phantom. It's an activated ability that Bomb Squad has that will give him additional evasion pips on his move, so he can push right up to 7 evasion pips, even on a relatively unimpressive sprint. We're going to be moving up, I think, right about here. Well, I don't want to get us hit by our next artillery round. We can survive it, but it wouldn't be pretty. But I do want to get a nice side angle on that Shrek PPC carrier. Just checking real quick, my accuracy at other targets is not nearly as good. And hopefully we can get a drill through the side, the left side of this vehicle. Fingers crossed. Oh yeah. Okay, so those PPCs are offline. We still have to worry about the PPCs coming in from that very heavily armed mech that we have right here with that Emperor 5P. I'd love to get my hands on that. Probably the one House Lau design that I really enjoy enough to ignore the fact that it was made by House Lau, which that takes some doing right there. That's not exactly an easy accomplishment. Let's go ahead and hop up here. 5 evasion pips is okay, but 6 is better. So let's get those 6 evasion pips, go in for precision strike on that side of the Demolisher. I need this thing to die before it starts being accurate with those double Gauss rifles. And the Streak SRMs are a decent way to do that, so that's a second vehicle offline. And I really am enjoying the support that we're getting from that Long Tom artillery piece. It's pretty wonderful for softening up enemy targets. Emperor opening up does land another PPC into the Red Reaper, and we're having some major stability problems. Now, it used to be that Bomb Squad's pilot abilities let him sink some of that stability damage on a reserve. But that's been replaced by better close combat survivability, which could have possibly been a mistake. We'll have to see. In the meantime, though, let's open up with the Death Strike. We should probably put an FCS Advanced TC in here. I might have made that comment before, but probably worth looking into after this mission. Being able to target quad AC-10 shots would be pretty nice. Let's see what we can do with the Emperor here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I think we land both the larges as well. A little bit hard to tell. And that right arm is gone. Hopefully that's 2 PPCs with it, but one of them might have been in the torso. Nope, 2 of them offline. Trek PPC carrier opening up does actually hit the Super Griffin. Tad surprising, but not the end of the world. And that's a Partisan AC-2 carrier in the back. Probably be the Griffin's next target. Not too heavily armed or armored. Not really the end of the world. Okay, Thunderbolts coming in, and if one of these hits, it is a problem, because that'll knock us over our stability threshold, we'll lose our evasion, but luckily they miss, and the Red Reaper is okay. So, it's our turn again, moving on 5, And the Marsden will also move on 5, but this thing is really very poorly armed, I would say. I think what we should do is we'll pop Vigilance. We still have one more turn of 2 additional movements, 2 additional evasion pips from movements, and I think we'll go in for a physical weapon strike on that Emperor. So let's see, that's 1 hit. Let's see what the second one went into armor. Okay, and then both. And that's a lot of laser fire. But that Emperor mech is still up. Some very nice armor holding out on that guy. And we do take a little bit of light fire and retribution from the Marsden. Not the end of the world. Things that we need to do. We need to kill the TBM5 carrier on this turn. We can do that with the Super Griffin. We could also potentially do that. I want to see if this works. So the Highlander carries some shape charges as well, and for direct fire. So instead of the HE Big Blast, now that we have our own mechs in there, we can do a concentrated, almost like an AC-20 shell at long range, or I guess the heavy, improved heavy Gauss rifle. So let's aim in for this. We could still do FTL. It's probably overkill, but just in case, well, AoE is probably the better choice in case we miss with the long tom. Let's go right in for a side torso. There's the front, and yeah, okay. That's pretty effective. Way more damage than we really needed to get that done, but better safe than sorry, and I don't really want to be risking damage to our own boys here. So, jump around. Well, where's the best accuracy? Okay, that's fine. We'll jump right here. So we still maintain height advantage, going for precision strike, top-notch, topping off our accuracy, full complement, opening fire on the targets in 2. And that is another vehicle destroyed. And we're cutting through this group of mechs and vehicles kind of like butter, so maybe a little bit heavier lance than we really needed. But hey, I mean, better to have a heavier lance than you need than a lighter lance than will keep you alive. So we have 2 options here. We can go in for the Marsden, we could go in for that, well, 3 options I guess. Shred PPC carrier doesn't have the Ultra AC-10s online though, so let's see if we can do another hit to the Emperor. We do risk hitting our own BLX KNT here, but pretty good accuracy, and we instead do core out that Emperor mech. I think it was a core, not... Oh, no, it wasn't. So 3 salvageable parts. Could actually grab those all from the salvage screen, but I'm not sure if we have a 4th. We fought Kurita, but, you know, not very often. So that PPC carrier lands another hit, and I want that one to be its last. So let's go ahead and move up here, get ourselves into cover from the trees, just to improve our damage resistance a little bit. Structure exposed on the kick, and the laser follow-up should finish this guy out. Very nice. The escort is down. Well, I thought they had one more. No, I suppose not. So there's just the one vehicle left, and let's see, let's give the Highlander a second chance to fire that long tom with the shaped charge. Pretty low chance to hit here, 63. The shaped charges really only seem to be best with a precision strike on hand. Oh no, I guess it hit. Yeah, that's fine. Now if we take a look in at that guy, all of that damage went to the one location, so 80 left out of 260 on that side torso. Bit of a drill. Might be a little bit hard to, well, make the best use of, I suppose, with anything that isn't also a bit of a drill, but we'll do what we can. We are running a little hot here, so we'll turn off an ER medium and fire on the rest. Yeah, and that's sort of what I mean. Like, we went through so much of his armor, but only on the one side, and so shooting from the other side, which was the only other side that we could reach, by the way, really didn't get us very far. One of the UAC-10s is jammed, firing in with the rest. Ooh, we might have gotten him, and yes, vehicle destroyed.
I'll meet you at the LZ.
Okay, not bad. Alright. All targets eliminated, mission completed. And yeah. Thank you guys for hanging around. We'll see you again real soon. 412,000. Well, I guess if I decide to include this in the video, 412,000 payout, and let's see what we can get from the salvage. Pretty decent spread, good thing. Alright, 3 Emperor pieces. We'll take all 3, no need for the Gauss rifles, I have Clan Gausses that are better. Same for the PPCs, no exceptional cores here. The AC2 ammunition is interesting, but we can pick that up at stores without too much trouble. Same with the T-Ball 5 ammunition. Double, so AC2, AC5, some heat sinks. I don't need these. We're gonna just go ahead and sell some of this stuff. Prevent some junk accumulation. Yeah, not bad. Oh, plot twist here. So, the Galadon Regular's officer coming in saying that the person we were meant to eliminate wasn't actually in the convoy that we just destroyed, and he's withholding our pay until we actually find that guy and kill him, despite the fact that, you know, they told us that's where he would be. Okay. Alright, that's fun.